Hey everybody, it's Joe with Joe Knows Cryptos, and hey everybody, it's Joe with Joe Knows Cryptos. I'm trying this streaming thing, so please be patient with me. Never done it before. I'm just kind of testing it out here, but I am going to talk about cryptos a little bit on here, um, and hopefully this records. And I just want to see if it shows up on YouTube, so people can watch it, tonight or whenever, because I know it's 3 o'clock now. Not too many people are probably home and able to watch videos. So. Um, I told somebody that I would talk a little bit, first of all, about the Smartlands token, but I'm going to talk about some other things too. So, Smartlands, I've been watching for about the last 2 months, and it seems to make big moves when the market's flat or when the market goes down. It tends to even hold its ground, sometimes even go up. And then when the market goes down, it doesn't go down much. And I was wondering why that was. So I've been kind of keeping an eye on it. And it seems to be following the same pattern, which leads me to believe that either one, this is a good possibility, that there's just not enough activity on it for it to fluctuate much in price. But when it goes up, it's gone up like 20% some days. So it's made big moves. Um, or there's somebody who knows something about the Smartlands token, some people that are on the inside, let's just put it that way, with cryptos. And there's a reason why they're not selling it when the market goes down. So if you actually go to the chart for Smartlands, and I do have to figure out how to pull up charts to put in the back here, but I'll have to research that a little bit more. And just to show the Coinbase and different graphics and things that I want to start to do. But anyway, um, it doesn't go down much, and so I'm thinking maybe the people on the inside maybe know something more, that there's something more to Smartlands. So I started looking into how many exchanges it's on. I live in America, in the US, and there's really only two exchanges that you can buy Smartlands on, which I thought was kind of odd because it's in the top 200. It was actually in the top 150 for a while. To be in that top 150, that means the market cap and the trading volume has to be decent. And if it's only on two exchanges, why is the trading volume so good? And why does it go up so much? And if you look at the chart of Smartlands, from the time it started through the whole downturn of starting in January, when the market just crash, 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 Mount Gox, ETF not getting approved, all the China banning cryptos, all the bad news that we had in cryptos last year, the market just tanked. I mean, many of the tokens went from 90%, went down 90% is what I should say. Which is a huge, enormous drop. We'd hope to make 90%, not lose 90%. But if you look at Smartlands, it's actually about even for the whole year. It hasn't gone down, even though everything else has just plummeted. Smartlands is like it's like right there. It might even be up for last year. It's close. It might be down a little bit, but that is a phenomenal thing, in my opinion. So anyway, oh hey Stephen, welcome to the live chat here. I'm just trying this out, and I'm not expecting to have too many people on here. I just want to see how this works and see if it can be um, if it's going to be saved and uploaded automatically to my channel. So anyway, hey Cameron, what's up, buddy? Cameron, my man. Stephen, thanks for following my videos. So anyway, I'm talking about Smartlands here, and so I looked into it. It's only on two exchanges, and the first one is not even available to customers in America, which is a hey Cameron, how do I look? Do I look handsome today? I actually got to leave and pick up Carter here in about 5 minutes. But anyway, like I said, now I'm losing my train of thought here. So it's only available on one exchange in the United States, just one. Yeah, Smartlands. You can look at it's SLT is the symbol. Now, Smartlands, what it does is it is kind of what a lot of people think cryptocurrencies were meant to do besides be a decentralized exchange of money, keeping the banks and the Fed and everything out of it. Um, it's the tokenization of things. So it's a type of deal, almost like I kind of compare it a little bit to like a co-op. If you know what a co-op is, when you buy a building, you don't own like a unit in the building, but you just own part of the whole building. It's kind of that type of an idea. So they're going to sell tokens to fund, like, say there's a high rise going up on the beach in Fort Lauderdale, and you don't want to buy a whole unit, you don't have enough money to buy a whole unit, but you still want to be involved in it because you think it's going to make money. It's going to be a profitable business for the builder. Um, so yeah, I'm afraid of the smaller exchanges as well. I very seldom buy on smaller exchanges, Stephen. Um, yeah, I don't like it. However, I did make an exception in this case, and I'm going to tell you why here in a second. So the whole idea behind another part of cryptocurrencies is to buy portions of things. And that's what Smartlands is going to specialize in. It's going to be um, a way for farmers, in particularly, to take advantage of their crops. Um, yes, I did hear Cryptopia got hacked. Yeah, that's not a good thing. That's why I say, if you can keep your tokens off the exchange, that's the best. It's the best way to do it. It gives them more value because exchanges can't lie saying that they actually hold your tokens and they're just holding your money, and and you have them in your possession. So if there is ever a hack, you've got them. You've got the keys in your wallet somewhere. Hopefully, a hardware wallet offline. Thanks, Cameron. So hey, I'm rocking here. I've got 2 viewers. Woohoo! But hopefully we'll get more people to watch it later on tonight. So anyway, they uh, what else did you say here? Do you have any questions for me, Stephen, while I got you here? If not, I'm just going to keep talking about Smartlands real quick. I'm going to end it pretty shortly. So you can buy grain, corn, and this is good for the farmers because they can get the highest bid on their items. They don't have to leave the corn and the grains hanging around waiting for bidders. And then as soon as they come to an agreement, they can immediately sell it, get paid, and turn the grain over to the person who's buying it, the company that's buying it. Um, the bidding is much faster. It keeps the materials fresher. It keeps the farmers paid quicker. They don't have to wait around and bid and auction and all this type of thing. They can just do it online. Um, they get a bid or they put in a price that they want. If they get it, if it's met, then bam, they have their sale. So this is what Smartlands is going to do. I would imagine they also are involved in some buildings that are going up. So it's definitely a good one to watch if you're not into purchasing it yet. I purchased a very small amount simply because when Smartlands does get accepted onto any type of an exchange like Binance, for instance, I think it's going to go through the roof. And I say that because they actually have very few tokens. So when they're bought up, it's gonna move quick. Stephen, I am a big Litecoin fan. Yes, I actually bought a few Litecoins on the dip when the market hit about 116, 117 in that 116, 117 billion. Um, I'm not a rich person by any means, but I think if I am ever going to become a rich person, that cryptocurrencies are the one of the few opportunities for someone to invest a little and potentially make a lot on. Um, so that being said, like I said, I can't put a lot of money into it, but when I do have a little extra money, I just go ahead and I buy mainly Litecoin, and then if I see something else that I like, I'll I'll trade some of my Litecoin for the other crypto that I'm watching if I like it and I think it's worth purchasing, and then I'll just go in and buy some more Litecoin as time goes on. Um, I think the bottom is very near. And this is what I want to talk about real quick as well. And then I've got to go because I got to pick up my son at school. I've got to leave in about 5 minutes. But I want you to think of cryptocurrencies as a powder keg, a bomb that's ready to blast off, just explode. And it has a wick, and the wick is kind of circling around on the ground. And as you light the wick burns. And sometimes when the wick is crossed over the wick, sometimes it burns right over it, but sometimes where it's crossed over, it catches it, and then that wick starts to burn, and it quickens up the time before the wick meets the bomb and it explodes. And right now, there are a bunch of crosses on this wick where it's curled up on the ground, a bunch of things that can quicken up this market just exploding. And hey, Math, I hope I'm saying your name right. Math Van Dalen. He's been one of my first followers. Thank you for joining me today here. So anyway, there's a we've pretty much had. I mean, how much more bad news could we get on cryptocurrencies this year? Between China rejecting cryptocurrencies, um, between Mt. Gox, between the ETF not going through. Now we've got back being delayed. It's almost like they're trying to get everybody out of crypto. Everybody who is involved in it, who likes it, who's a hodler even, or they invested and they've been beaten up, they're trying to get out. So yeah, GBT is a good time to buy right now as well. It's good to buy almost anything, I think. So if one of these things happens that shortens up the time frame that makes cryptos explode, um, Ethereum update was delayed. I didn't know that. I'll have to look into that. Thanks for the update, Stephen. I appreciate that. Um, what there's talk of Russia holding cryptocurrencies as part of their reserves. You know, Russia will buy gold, silver, different assets and hold it in reserve as a country. And a lot of countries do this just in case one thing goes down or one thing goes up. They've got something to fall back on, so you know their people don't starve. They've got a fail safe. So rumor is Russia is thinking of getting into cryptos and starting putting some of those in their reserves. So if that happens, boom, market's going to go crazy. When backed finally goes through, from what I hear now, it's been delayed until April. Boom, I think that's going to be a big catalyst to set the market off as well. If an ETF gets approved, boom, I mean, I think that's going to be a catalyst. Almost got DOA hacked again. Really? That's not good. Oh, um, almost got hacked. I got to look into this stuff. I just been kind of working and stuff that I haven't had a chance to look at too much news, but I'll check these things out. The Ethereum and DOA getting hacked. Um, ETH dropped 10%. They're saying ETH might drop down to 50 because people bought in on the hard fork. Before the hard fork I think is well, it was supposed to be today. Um, Yeah, the SEC is not working. That's one of the reasons why Backed is delayed, is because they have to get some kind of government approval before they can finally go through with Backed going live. And since the government shut down, then Backed said they're not going to open now until April. Yeah. So I think there's a lot of potential catalysts to set this market off. Um, you know, we got the Litecoin halvening coming in August. We got Bitcoin halvening coming in 2020. Uh, I mean, what if Amazon or one of these big online shopping, or even a regular store announces that they're going to accept cryptos? Starbucks supposedly is going to start accepting cryptos. Any of this stuff happens, just one of them, and the only thing that will hold crypto back is if they need to make it easy for regular folks to get into. I said this in another video. Right now, if you want to get into crypto, you got to go into Coinbase and open an account, which takes a couple of days. Then you have to buy Bitcoin. Then, if you want to buy something that's not on Coinbase, you have to transfer your Bitcoin to another exchange, then buy a token there. And then, if you don't want to leave it on that exchange, you have to buy a wallet or download a wallet. It's a whole process that people don't want to do. When right now all they have to do is pull their credit card out of their pocket and they're done. You know, it's too much to do right now. but I think it's on the way. I think when Hodlet, this is what Hodlet's supposed to be doing. They were supposed to open November last year. They keep getting pushed back as well. But guys, I don't know on my live stream. I know regular they only let me go 15 minutes, so I don't know if this video is gonna get cut. So, and I have to get my son. But let me just look at your notes here real quick. First, we need a bullish market, Joe. Yeah, well, the way that we're going to get a bullish market, I think, is going to be some announcements, some announcements, and some ease of use. Um, yeah, while it's on the cell phone, that would be great. You know, you've got like Apple Pay and things like that. Um, So anyway, guys, I am going to call it quits here. Like I said, this was just my first trial run. I've never done a live stream before. I don't know if they're going to cut me off at the 15-minute mark. I don't know if this video is going to upload. I'm not even sure how this works. So for now, guys, peace out. Kiss your wives and your girlfriends, hug your kids, pet your pets, and go Litecoin. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. You have a great day.